As always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. A minute ago, Arrowhead was rocking. The offense led out by all-pro tight end Travis Kelce as the Chiefs get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. Hi again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left, as always, Charles Davis and C.D. Larry highlighted a couple of running backs to keep an eye on here tonight. And I know you plan on doing just that.
I certainly do. Let's face it, we're all going to check in on the quarterbacks and see what they do. But the running back who can take over a game, who can impose his will on the opposite defense, oh, that guy, that's a guy worth watching because he can definitely change the fortunes of his team.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Tyreek Hill on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Alex Smith has Kansas City off to a 2-0 start. Here he comes bringing the offense onto the field, and maybe that 2-0 start quiets some of the Mahomes talk that may have been happening earlier.
That and Alex Smith's ability to throw the ball downfield in 2017. He is making plays that many people thought he was either hesitant to do or just didn't have in him. Well, he's got weapons to throw it to now. Tyreek Hill out wide, right? Chris Conley can throw it to downfield. Travis Kelce makes big plays from the tight end position. And Kareem Hunt, the rookie running back, can catch it out of the backfield. But there's no more confident quarterback in the NFL right now than Alex Smith is.
On the run, it's Ware. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Starters here for Kansas City, and one guy who wasn't a household name a couple weeks ago, but everybody knows him now, Kareem Hunt.
Well, he certainly is a household name. Let me put it to you this way. As you said, no one really knew him going into the season, right? 246 combined yards against the defending Super Bowl champion New England Patriots on opening night. Then he comes back with a 50-plus yard touchdown run against the Philadelphia Eagles week 2. I'm on the plane headed home after the game, and I look across the aisle. Two people are wearing number 27 Kansas City Chiefs jerseys with Hunt on the back. Oh, yeah, he's become a household name in a hurry.
The Kansas City first, Smith finding his fellow Pro Bowler Kelce. Kelce, Charles, coming off a great game, as you saw last week, over 100 yards and a touchdown.
I just love the way that he gets utilized in head coach Andy Reid's offense. He's a tight end as listed, but they use him for wide receiver plays. They use him as a wildcat quarterback at times. They'll run him down the line of scrimmage and throw a shovel pass to him, so essentially he becomes a running back. And he affects the game as well. You've got to know where Travis Kelce is on every snap before you set up your defense. And he moves around a lot to create mismatches. And the game that he played against Philadelphia was vintage Travis Kelce. Caught it, ran it, played with joy and enthusiasm.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. They run it here. Ware. Good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And here's the Redskin defense.
There were high hopes in Washington in 2016 as they expected their defense to ascend into a top 10 type of a unit. Instead, it was a struggle all season long. So they had to retool this past off season, and they're going to start with trying to lock down the running game. Very tough to do in the NFC East, and if they do that, maybe their Pro Bowl cornerback, Josh Norman, will have more opportunities out on the corner.
So we've got a 2nd and 5.
17, guys. Check him out. He's going to sit right over the middle.
Smith. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
They go play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They run again with Ware. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Now Smith, and that is incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Here's Cairo Santos now for the Chiefs field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you got the early lead.
After the made field goal, Santos back out there to kick it away. Now it's Chris Thompson on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Washington Redskins coming off a win over the LA Rams take the field. There's Kirk Cousins. He threw for 179 yards and the game-winning touchdown in the final 2 minutes of that contest.
He does have a flair for the dramatic at times, doesn't he? And talking about Kirk Cousins, he's the type of kid that you put him in a tough situation, he usually battles his way through it. And now he's just trying to adjust because he lost some receivers. Deshaun Jackson now in Tampa Bay, Pierre Garçon now in San Francisco. But he has Terrell Pryor as his brand-new primary guy out wide. And, of course, Jordan Reed, one of the best route-running tight ends in the league.
The first carry down for Rob Kelly. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers that can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Second down, Cousins. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Now the 4th-year man from Oklahoma, Tress Way, on to punt. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken around the 12. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Off of play action, here's Smith. And Hill with it over the middle. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Little nugget on that receiver, Tyreek Hill. He had the streak of 5 straight games with 60-plus yard touchdowns snapped in week 2. That was an NFL record.
He's got 6 of those overall. As you mentioned, 5 in a row. That got snapped against Philadelphia. Still had 4 catches for 43 yards. Still ran the ball from the running back position. He affects the game because defensive coordinators have to know where he's going to line up on every snap, and that can alter what they do on defense and open up things for some of his offensive mates.
They can get settled in here. Time expires on the first quarter of action. 3-0 is our score, and we're back to Arrowhead after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. On the ground, this is Ware. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Now he'll let it go deep. Oh, it's caught inside the 25. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And give him a gain of 37. Great patience in the pocket. Of course, it's easy to be patient when the protection's good, and it was.
Yeah, you got to pat those guys on the helmet and say thanks because they gave him plenty of time to stay back there, survey the field, go through the reads that he wanted to, and deliver the ball accurately. That was really well executed.
They'll run now with Ware. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Now it's Smith, and that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Gavin Escobar, a 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to draw up those types of plays because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But if you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out now come the Redskins. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Cousins on first down. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
When I evaluated Jamison Crowder coming out of Duke, I thought he was already a pro in how he approached the game and ran routes, and I think his head coach Jay Gruden agrees.
Yeah, he has said repeatedly we want to keep him on the field as much as possible. He had 847 yards, 7 touchdowns a season ago. Cousins now on second down. And the connection made to Terrell Pryor. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I know college coaches always recruit quarterbacks because they're so versatile. I'd say Terrell Pryor fits that bill. 1,000 pass yards at one point in the NFL, and then turned around and became a 1,000-yard receiver.
Second player in NFL history to do that. How about that?
Yeah, Marlon the Magician Briscoe was the first.
On the run, it's Kelly. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. This one complete to Jordan Reed. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
I don't think there's any question that Jordan Reed is as athletic as any tight end in the league. All right, I don't think there's any debate about that. The hard part is just him being able to be healthy.
And when he's on the field, though, boy, does he take them to another level, doesn't he?
He certainly does. Changes the game for them because they can use him in so many different spots and create mismatches against the defense.
On third down, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it fourth down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Alex Smith and company heading back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And it looks like this will likely be the last play before we hit the 2-minute warning. Play action. It's Smith. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. We're back to Arrowhead after this. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Larry Ridley is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Smith on first down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a third down. Now the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on third. Again, Smith. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And here come the Redskins now.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
Starts with Rob Kelly, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. From the gun, here's Cousins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And all the way down to the 42. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cousins trying to get his guys up to the line of scrimmage quickly. Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Cousins now. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a fourth down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, first down.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Handoff as they run the counter play. And not much room there, so he'll get it up only to about the 21. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. So we've come upon halftime here in Arrowhead with the Chiefs on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando as we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon, and welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. The Chiefs are up right now and are looking to keep up the pressure moving forward. The Redskins won't panic either. They know they just need to take it one play at a time. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from the first half. Moving now to late in the first. Houston's going to take down the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 7. Chiefs have it at the 12. Escobar is by himself here, and this play will go for 6 as they go out in front 10-0. Now 1st and 10. Parker's going to get to the quarterback here. This will go as a loss of 5. So that'll do it for us here in Orlando. For the call of the second half, let's hand it back over to Brandon and Charles. Brandon.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field.
These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Kelly on the counter. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Cousins now from the 50. Josh Doxson's got it complete. And he's brought down. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
It's good to see Josh Doctson back on the field. Only 2 games played as a rookie due to an injury. They need his high-flying ways to spark their offense.
And they expect a lot out of those high-flying ways. 3rd wide receiver taken in last year's draft. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
And that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on 2nd down. They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They run it here with Thompson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
The Redskins on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And this is brought in by Pryor. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Okay, educate me, because we just saw Terrell Pryor come down with a nice catch there with his new team in Washington, of course, in 2017, coming over from Cleveland. But Terrell Pryor, a 1,000-yard receiver in 2016 himself. Washington lost 2,000-yard receivers, too.
How about that? The first team in NFL history to lose 2,000-yard receivers in one offseason. Deshaun Jackson, Pierre Garçon now gone. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. This is Kelly, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
To throw is Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
They run the counter now on first down. And a big hit. Knocked down sideways right near the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Fresh set of downs here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with third down coming up.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. And they're just a couple of yards shy of a first down here on third down. And he'll give it here to his running back. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Kansas City. comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Chris Jones in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
On play action, Cousins. Docks him with a grab over the middle. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Crowder's got it over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
First down, here's Cousins. They find some open field here and avoids the contact by sliding. It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be second and about a yard. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Second down, Cousins. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third and short. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
The Redskins on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They run with it. It's Kelly. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
The job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a two-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet, hey, listen, when we pick up the first down here, tell everyone we're going. We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Cousins now to throw on first down. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. A second down throw for Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this seemingly endless drive continues. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's second down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So that drive spans 13 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown.
Here's Hopkins now out to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And to give this time to the tailback. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. The Redskins looking for another timeout, and they get it. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Smith. And able to find Conley. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Down to a knee. Here goes Smith, and that should all but do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You
loved
the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis.